Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeon. We're going bleed this time, and by that I mean we're not going bleed. We're doing like maximum like faux bleed team, and the fact that we don't have a single bleed unit on our entire team, and we're gonna try getting the most out of bleed that we physically can. Alright? If that makes enough sense. Sure, we'll go Outcast, why not? Gossipy, obviously we want. So yeah, we're starting with Wound Clerid. I think you can probably guess where we're going simply from there. Right? Because we're going to just use Wound Clerid for bleed, and that's basically all we need. I've assembled a team of probably the units that have like some of the best Wound Clerid potential. It looks like a really weird team, but all of these guys have Wrath skill 1s with at least 1 coin, except for Sinclair, who I couldn't find another person who at least does 2 coin Wrath skill 1 that didn't have bleed, so I just went with him because he's got a 3 coin skill 2. And he's also got Impending Day, Impending Day is like the pinnacle of faux bleed because its corrosion is bleed but only on self, right? So yeah, that's a basic sense of what we're doing here. For the first 4, we're going to be basically unable to do anything because Wound Clerid needs to be upgraded, right, before it can actually do anything for us. Yeah, we don't have a single thing of bleed on this entire team. We probably have some random bleed egos here and there. I know we got like Ebony Stem and stuff, right? But we're not going to use any egos that have bleed on them either. Now Wrath egos are fine as long as they don't have bleed. So like we could always just like I don't think I've got 4th Match Flame equipped on Rodion, but like I could 4th Match Flame on Rodion just for the sake of the bleed, right? From Wound Clerid, potentially. But yeah. We also really don't want very many skill changes simply because we've kind of focused super hard on a lot of skill 1s for most of our people, so that's fine. We could go with Sinclair skill changes or Honglu skill changes. Sinclair because, well, it's his skill 2, so you can actually get more of those. And Honglu, we can do skill 2 into skill 3 to get his insight 3 up more reliably, to get a stronger skill 3 more reliably, or stronger skill 1 more reliably. But yeah. That's the plan. I really wish future Mirror Dungeons give you the ability to do a skill change, like, downgrade. Because that could be really funny for certain builds, right? Most of the time you want more skill 3s, and there's some units that might want more skill 2s instead, you know, depending on what you're going for. It's rare to want more skill 1s, but there definitely are situations where it is potentially funny, right? Okay. That's Carmilla. I mean, pretty strong. We'll take it. One more fight, and then we'll get one more event, and then we'll get Wound Clerid ++. Also Carmilla ++ just for the sake of it. Because here's the thing, most other Bleed E.G.O gifts do basically nothing for us. Because most other Bleed E.G.O gifts require it to be a skill that inflicts bleed, to, you know, inflict more bleed. Some stuff, I guess, theoretically could work, you know, if we can get, like, the Rusted Nail, that works with single coins. So we just have some single coins, which we've got some of, but not a lot of. We've got, like, Magic Bullet Fire. Probably something else. Is Sinclair's skill 1 single coin? It might be. I don't remember. I don't use base IDs nearly enough. Oh, I guess Rusty Nail would actually be pretty nice for Honglu. That's true, because expend knowledge. Okay, that's something to keep in mind then. That's a funny possibility. But yeah, stuff like Smoke and Wires, right? Only applies to actual normal bleed inflict from skills, which we don't have on any of our centers. But that's a victory. Cool. Good stuff. So now, yeah, we get to get what we want. Talisman bundle, sure. Don't particularly need it, but it doesn't particularly help us at all, but, you know, it's something. But yeah, Wound Clerid ++, so now our Wrath skills also inflict bleed and bleed count. Bleed count being kind of the only reason why this team works. So I was talking about Wound Clerid with some people in my Discord yesterday, and, like, it's such a cool E.G.O gift because it can allow any team to become bleed with just a little bit of Wrath. which is so cool, and I like it a lot. Okay, let's try that. Seems good. Probably should have let like Gregor clash and stuff, simply because some people need Sandy more than others, right? But that's fine. Halberd combo is one of our only 3 coin options on this entire team for inflicting bleed, alongside Honglu, of course, with 3 insight. That's something. 2 coin expend knowledge, we get the kill, nice. Okay. So we've killed some of them, not quite all of them though. That's fine. Let's actually go for our strong skills this turn, simply so that we can save our wrath skills. Funny thing to say, bleed isn't very good for this fight, simply because once we get to phase 3, the actual calendar stops attacking entirely. We may be able to get some bleed mileage out of phase 2. Right? We'll see. Sinclair can't do much. But yeah, that is a single coin, so I guess that would benefit from Rusty Nail, so that's something. Let's see, a bunch of people who've got Wrath stuff, cool. You'll be able to get to 3 insight next turn. For now, one-sided attacks go. We'll do that. Sounds good. What else benefits from Wrath Resonance? Employee card. We could get a lot of charge on this team. We don't have a single ID that needs charge, but we get employee card alongside like Curriculum Vitae or Charge Bracer or something like that, right? Still don't remember what it's actually called. Wrist Guard, that's what it's called. Yeah, Wrist Guard or Curriculum Vitae alongside Employee Bracelet. Oh, what else is Wrath Resonance related? I know there's stuff like, you know, Perversion, Synders with killing with Wrath skills, there's some other Wrath Resonance things here and there. Not a lot of them are coming to mind at the moment, but that's how it be. Did you not get to use your skill? Hmm? I guess not. Did something die? I was kind of lost in thought, so I wasn't paying the most attention there, to be honest. Huh? Shh. I don't know. Oh well. That's fine. This should work pretty well in taking down Doomsday Calendar to phase 3, and also killing some of the minions. We don't really need to kill them, but like we'll be able to get more magic bullets up on Otis. Not that we need to, because you know we're running a bleed team. Magic bullet doesn't help us that much, but it is funny. So I'll get to that. We can get a 4-shot next turn. Actually, I don't know when we're gonna get an actual shot from the bullet though, so maybe not necessarily this turn, but we have one in the works. 2 turns away at least though, yeah, it's not happening, because we used it earlier. Well, that's fine. Okay, 2 cyclical knowledges is really unfortunate. To the point where we need to evade with you to get to 3 insight. Alright. It doesn't actually matter, does it? Yeah, no. You're weak to Sloth and Blunt, and you can't, there's no reason to focus on bleeding you at this point, so. We'll hit you with some strong stuff this turn, like that maybe, and then otherwise clash. Okay. Actually can't clash all this if we do it like that. Alright. A little rude, but that's fine. You can afford getting hit pretty, you know, unconcerningly, so yeah, just roll with that. Seems good enough. Get some random damage off on Calendar. Our bleed doesn't help us at this point. We do get Gossipium after this fight, though, so that's pretty good. We won't be able to upgrade it until floor 3, but it's still solid regardless. It means our bleed's going to be stronger, and you know, that's the part that really matters. I think if we do get you to final phase, though, I think it looks like we're going to do enough damage. So that's pretty cool. So we'll just need to one-side Calendar to death. Yeah, 20 HP, cool. Funny phase transition thing. And here we go. It's still such an odd fight, like how this guy just kills all his guys at the very end, and if you don't kill him this turn, you gotta just sacrifice 100 HP on one of your sinners. Especially fatal when you get to this fight in Kanto 1, right? When you've got a lot less HP. But it's never really, like, that dangerous because, like, you still full heal after the fight. Oh, yeah, but we could grab Employee card here if we wanted Wrath. I'm mostly joking here. It's not worth it. Gamble? Darn. Let's go gambling. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. So on and so forth. Yeah, Nagled Hammer Scriptures also does nothing for us because you need to win a clash using a skill that inflicts bleed, which we don't have any of here. We can do more damage with a skill, inflict bleed. I mean, that's just bleed in general. I kind of like this Grindman Stake idea, so we'll go to the Nagled Hammer floor. Shouldn't be too bad. We get a shop here. We'll probably roll for bleed. I mean, if we get free refreshes, I'll do it. Milepost this early is worth. Oh yeah, do a bleed reroll. Tangled Bundle, Skill Inflict. Okay, doesn't matter. Awe doesn't do anything for us. One more bleed reroll, alright? Okay, not really great. One refresh just for good luck. Rusted Cutting Knife, whenever you use inflicting bleed with skill effects, which we can't do. That's gonna be how every bleed thing is here. We'll take Curriculum Vitae, though, because as I mentioned before, maybe funny. Oh, we had a free refresh there and I didn't realize it. That's fine, doesn't matter. Buyback is Wrath Synergy, more healing. I don't really think we need the healing, but it's synergy. You know, let's just go full Wrath Resonance. Why not? Live a little, right? Get a lot of bleed on these guys. And with that I mean, like, a little bit. Not really a lot. It's something, I guess. We kind of need a way to get more bleed count going, which I think just means that we should really try going for Red Gossip BM, right? That'll be our plan for floor 3. Either we choose a floor with Red Gossip PM ideally. If not, we choose a floor with Fragment of Allurement and then fuse for it. Because obviously Fragment of Allurement would do physically nothing for us because it required us to use a bleed ego. But you know, Red Gossip PM, all enemies start with 15, potentially 20 bleed count if we upgrade it. Which, as you can imagine, makes our bleed a lot more maintainable. It's fairly maintainable against bosses, I guess, but normal fights and stuff, it's kind of worthless. I also don't know if we'll have enough stuff to fuse a tier 4. Maybe we might. We probably could. It's not that hard of a thing to do, especially since we can just throw random garbage together and that'll probably work. That's how it always works. But I guess I haven't messed around with it too much with the new. I'm still so used to the old fusion system. Because the old fusion system, 2 tier 3s and a tier 2 of the same sin affinity could get the tier 4 pretty likely. So assumably we can do something similar here. Commemorative coin is really nice for us, actually, yeah. Because that synergizes with your skill 1. More funnies. Okay, E.G.O time. Easy enough. As per usual. We can get a little bit of bleed going. You go on your skill 1, so you're going to Impending Day for the bleed. You know, the very highly regarded Impending Day bleed. If I really want to be funny, I could have corroded it for the self bleed as well, but then we wouldn't be able to hit E.G.O in particular with it. You're weak to blunt, so it also might just do enough damage to stagger you. Oh yeah, you're gonna status effects don't matter on E.G.O because you're just gonna purge them below half, and you are below half, so that's right. Well, we got you to 15 bleed potency, so that's cool to know. You get to reuse Magic Bullet Fire, cool. Do some damage. Alright, full Wrath Res. Let's send it. We've got 2 skill 3s to discard. Unfortunately, your passive is Gloom Resonance, so there's not really a reason to get Insight 3 multiple times, because, well, your passive wasn't active. That's the only time it would be important to do. And you killed with that, so you don't get to reuse it. How sad. You had a second expend knowledge anyways, so you still got to use 2, but you could have used 3 if you didn't kill with that E.G.O. Kill E.G.O with the first one. God, tripping over my words a little bit. It happens. Yeah, Grime Steak. We love bleed. Give me a drink, bartender. Could just grab one of those here. Does respite do anything for us? Nope. Okay, we go for smoke and wires for the bit. I don't see why not. If we can get the muzzle just randomly, I'll grab the fusion gift for the sake of the bit, right? Okay, let's see. We want to try a little gambling. Yeah, we like don't have tier 3s. Okay. That can be circumnavigated potentially. Yeah, that doesn't work because that'll be... Okay. Do that. That would do that. What if we had one more tier 3? Would that work for us? Maybe. Mayhaps. Can we even get another tier 3 reasonably without losing everything? All we care about is what wound cleared, and I kind of care for White Gossipium. I'm fine getting rid of you for the bit, right? And I might. Yeah, let's try this to start out with. Okay, we get Awe. And so then we fuse, Awe with, like, you, and maybe, like, you, no. And you? We try that. Okay, we try that. Rusted cutting knife. Okay, and then we do this, this. Gamble, please. We got fragment of allurement. We've thrown. That's sad. I knew it was a 50-50, but it was worth a try, right? Red Gossipine would have been really nice for us. That's alright. We've got Fragment of Allurement now, which I guess we are committing to the bit in another sense now. We'll just head to the next floor shop and just spam bleed refreshes, probably. Sounds like a solid plan. Sounds like a perfectly reasonable plan. Speaking of bleed. I love bleed. Yeah, that is good damage because they're weak to envy, of course. And then the rest of our people are just going for a little bit of bleed stacking. Only a little bit, of course, because can't stack it super high. We've also lost White Gossipium now, but it was worth it for the 50-50, right? I knew it was. It's always worth it for the 50-50. What is Mirror Dungeons if not, you know, a good reason to gamble? Sun Tzu said that, and I think he knows a little bit more about gambling than you do, because he invented it. He's like the forefather of gambling. That's like his like subtext when you encounter him as a boss. Nice. Look at that bleed. Look at that. That would have been 25 bleed potency if you didn't just die from being too much of a coward. I love bleed. We can just clash against them with whatever and they should probably bleed to death. Oh, you guys are staggered. Okay, well, we can clash you with whatever, and then we can just hit these two a bunch, and that'll be more than good enough. Bonk. Cool. Killing with bleed is always funny. Because they just fall over dead. And it's as simple as that. Okay. We get that Sinclair downward swing so we can actually clash against you. And boink. Nice. As long as we've wound cleared, we've got our entire build, so I'm not really that concerned about losing everything else. Revolver, cool. We'll take it. Sure, we'll grab this. And another fight. Okay. Mr. Red Sheet. If that's even your real name, I say after referring to something by what is clearly not their real name. Don't worry, I'm cooking. Ooh, and we're cutting this guy into, like, some delectable fillet. Gonna get, like, 1,000 cuts off of him, or whatever was Smiling Faces was doing to Thelma. Okay. Well, we lost with Hongwoo's skill 1. That's kind of sad to see. It's always the issue. It's a really strong skill 1, but at the end of the day, it still clashes like a skill 1, huh? Oh well. It's fun to use, and that's what matters. He's still my favorite ID. No ID has clicked quite as well as he did. I think if you go, like, back in time to, like, the run I did the night where E.G.O Hongwoo released, you can see I kept on going, like, oh, this unit is so cool, and I just kept on fanboying over him. It's, like, really comical to think about. I haven't rewatched it or anything, I just remember that, oh, this is one of the things we were potentially looking for the bit. Cool. I don't really need to win this, I don't need the I just remember that. Certain reaction to things I remember really well. I remember, you know, I freaked out when, you know, I realized it was Ezra in, the Blade Lineage chapter. That's another moment that, you know, really sticks out to me. And, like, freak out I should. I love Distortion Detective. So glad to know that at least Ezra and Moses are fine. And hopefully the others are. It is funny to think about how the new Merso ID does look an awful lot like Vespa. Also Gubo, just because by proxy, right? But surely there's not, you know, implications from that. Surely not. Gun? Cool. If that one gun is cool, take a look at gun 2. Oh, after this ravaging cut, gun 2. Yeah. And I really like having so much, like, footage of me playing this game just there, because if there's ever anything I want to go back to and just see how I react to it, I can. I, like, basically never have. I'm one of those people who doesn't particularly care for the sound of my own voice. I don't, like, dislike it or anything. I just find it weird listening to myself. I think that's true for most people, though. Your voice just sounds weird when you're listening to it. So, like, obviously I don't watch my own content or anything because of that. It's also why I barely edit at all. Not the main reason, though. I'm honestly, I'm not that bothered with my own voice. I just don't think I'm that entertaining when I listen to myself because, well, it's myself. I have to live with this guy. I'm tired of his witty, in heavy quotation marks, commentary. Right? Yeah. If I want to go back and see, you know, how I reacted to, like, Farm Watch, I can, for example. That's been, like, over a year, so it makes sense that I don't remember how I reacted to that one too much. It is unfortunate, though, that I know for certain things my mic quality being awful did ruin some things. That was really, you know... I found that really annoying. I think mainly Kanto 6 stuff, I think my mic quality was really bad. Because that was around the time my mic was having a lot of issues. Fun fact, I never fixed the issues. I just made it so that I stop recording and start again, like, midway through every, like, 20 minutes or something. And that's been my solution. Because it seems like whenever I record for more than, like, 20 minutes in a single, like, session, a single video, that's when the issues start to happen. So that's why sometimes there's random jump cuts. I usually try and hide them in loading screens and stuff, but random jump cuts that, like, seem to last, like, half a second is because I stop recording and start again. You could be bleedable. Maybe. Let's see. Neutral. We're just going for the neutral. You know, live a little, right? As I say, perhaps a little too frequently. Okay. Okay. Darn. Yeah, unfortunately, we need to get a lot of one-sideds if we want to actually stack the bleed decently at all. So the odds of that happening too easily. Halberd combo is going to be nice for us because that's 3 bleed count. Should be enough to last a little bit, maybe. Not that long, yeah. But if we can just go for we should probably just one-side you a bunch, honestly. That's probably the funnier way to do this. Like, why clash you when we can just have you so you're about to... Okay. I was gonna say that and commit to it, but then I realized our speed is awful here, so it doesn't really work that well. Does it now? You try winning that clash. You can only one-sided. You can win that clash. You can neutral that. Huh. Alright. Well, that seems good enough. We're gonna get stack some bleed with these attacks, just so that you're gonna take a lot of damage when you hit us a little bit. You're running out of bleed count this turn. Almost certainly, because you're doing like, what, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and you're winning clashes, so yeah, that also increases the amount of bleed damage you're taking. You still got your 3 coin coming for us, don't you? Huh. Well, that's cool, but there's still one more attack, right? Is there, or did that attack already go off? It might have actually already gone off. Huh. Well, you've managed to not run out of bleed entirely there. Okay. I will not complain. Alright. Alright. Let's try this. We're going for some bad clashes to trigger bleed damage a bunch. It was super funny in Railway 4 how enemies all had that one passage just to prevent people from bleed cheesing enemies to death. I don't even think bleed cheese would have been that strong in the Railway because none of the bosses really have had that much HP to really need it, I don't think. I guess maybe some of the bosses could, but like you could have seen. I guess bleed cheese is just kind of so much faster than a lot of the other methods, right? Just because of how much damage can be dealt in a short amount of time. Finish this guy off, won't you? And expend knowledge. You love that bleed. Yeah. And in case you don't know what I mean by bleed cheese, it's the whole thing where if you have it set up so that you've got like basically a clash that you can't beat like ever, just is gonna tie a bunch, you can get so much bleed damage off. And it's very funny. Who we want to bleed? Lust Floor is pretty bleedable, maybe. Rupture Floor is pretty bleedable, maybe. And I don't want to do anything with Fey Lantern because that's annoying. Burn Floor is actually a pretty solid option, but we just did both. So let's go Lust Floor. Why not? Feels like a bit of a zany choice. Oh, there's Red Gossip PM. I should have figured because it's Lust Floor, yeah. I was actually thinking about it, but I'm kind of surprised it actually worked out. Long we can get another skill. 3. We'll grab Nebulizer for the bit. But yeah, now our bleed is so much better from that Red Gossip Beam alone. Who knows, maybe if we hadn't fused Fragment of Allurement earlier, it would have been Fragment of Allurement in the shop instead of Red Gossip Beam. Maybe, you know, I did, you know, change my fate after all. Well, you know, fate works in mysterious ways, maybe. Would have been nice to have the Red Gossipium earlier, but it's not the biggest deal. If I remember, I'll try and like upgrade it in the rest stop at the end. So you're not gonna single heads? Okay. He might have gotten like 1, but that was a lot of tails. Alright. Be like that, I suppose. That's struggling. Will we get Clash Power +2? What I'm seeing is it might not be struggling. And then that's a risk I'm willing to take. Oh, I think we just staggered that person anyways, yeah. Okay, so it wasn't struggling after all, because they were just staggered. Good enough. Taking a little bit of damage, like on Sinclair and stuff, but it's really not a worry whatsoever, because we've got Homeward, so we've got a source of healing. We have Phlebotomy Pack and we're spamming Wrath Attack, so we can also get healing from there if we take too much damage, I guess. Not the kind of thing I'm too concerned with, but It is a potential option. Nice, we love the 3 insight skill 3. It only happens after you've already discarded a skill 3, so it doesn't happen too frequently, especially since a skill 3 doesn't actively discard. If you have only skill 3s, you'd have to evade to discard. Well, you can't get only skill 3s, but you know what I mean. Sure, we'll take coffee and cranes. How's our lust on this team? You've got some lust. I think that's it. Gregor's skill 2 is our only lust on this bleed team. This quote-unquote bleed team, I should specify. You're not special. Give me your air horn. Why is the air horn called illusory hunt? Is there any reason for that? That's
이게 최선이겠죠?
like, illusory hunt is such a strange name for an air horn. Is it like a joke I just don't get? I'd assume so. I'm not fully sure. A lot of that sort of stuff sails over my head commonly because I lack a lot of like normal worldly knowledge. Shh. Got so many skill 3s to discard, so little time. Nice though. You could just double skill 3 with the insight, but I prefer the skill 1 stuff, right? So that's fine. What was I saying? Yeah, so I'm not sure if illusory hunt has a deeper meaning or anything. Or is it? It's probably not an air horn, right? That's probably it. I don't know what else it could be. It looks very air horn like. Maybe it's like spray can or something. If anyone can say, it sure isn't me. Sure. Struggling? It's Virodion. Struggle all you want. Shh. It's good for you. Suffering builds character or whatever. Oh, that doesn't get the double up because Heathcliff does, doesn't it, huh? That's fine. Love negative coins. Yeah, wrap up gets to be used again instead of the magic bolt fire, which is fine. Wasn't exactly a great turn, but it happens. They're slowly taking the bleedy damage, I guess. Once again, I'm fine if you lose a clash. And when I say bleedy damage, I mean the 1 bleed potency they start out with thanks to Red Gossip PM. That 1 is really carrying us, trust. Let's just go full burn. Or full bleed. Full wrath. Whatever it is we're going for. I don't even know what I'm going for at this point. I don't know, this is a stupid run. I feel like I've probably done this run before. But at the same time, I don't remember doing this run. I feel like this is the kind of run I would have done, though. I know I did, like a faux rupture team where it was just all of our units. But that was a units that had rupture, but were just really bad at it. And calling them a rupture team was kind of the joke there. And we rarely get the fusion gift from that faux rupture team. I don't know. Maybe I've done something. I feel like I was trying to use Moon Cleared with like the She team or something, right? Something like that, probably. I don't know. I use Moon Cleared a lot. It's like it's like the second most versatile E.G.O Gift behind Nebulizer, as far as E.G.O Gifts that really shouldn't be that versatile. If that makes any sense. Tangled Bundle. Yippee! We physically can't trigger it.
최선이겠죠?
Okay, Pekatula. I guess it's not Pekatula, it's Inquisitors, but you know what I mean. You guys are countering, alright. Those two can have fun. No, we want to hit them a bit. You can hit them a bit, you can hit them a bit, that's fine. Want to hit them a bit just to get their instincts down, simply so I don't have to worry about them getting the 2 protection next turn. That's the reason why I hit through these guys' counters. I don't know. You could just ignore them while they're countering, and that works pretty well. But then they were going to gain one more instinct because they didn't get hit at all, so they're going to be at 3 instinct, so 3 power up, 3 protection. The protection is the only part I actually really care about because I find it, like, vaguely annoying that they're taking 30% less damage. So I'd rather them just have 0% damage reduction instead of 30%. Just very... Instinct is just kind of strange in general, though, because, like... What's the reason why it's instinct for both, I've lost my train of thought, basically. No. The reason why it's instinct for both the Proceeding Inquisitors and the Crawling Inquisitors, when it's, like, the inverse gimmick for both of them. Instinct goes down for hitting Proceeding Inquisitors, but it goes up for hitting Crawling Inquisitors. I don't know. It's weird. I guess another fun Inquisitor fact for you. There's like 5 different status effects in the game's files that go unused. I don't know if they've got actual descriptions, I just know the icons. I can't actually access the code because I don't know how to read code at all. But, there's icons for what I'm talking about. And there's icons for just a bunch of Snake Inquisitor status effects that don't exist, as far as I'm aware. Stuff like molting their shells and stuff. So originally Crawling Inquisitors, Slithering Inquisitors were going to be super different, maybe? I don't know, or at least they had more unique gimmicks than just you gotta take down the arms and then the body. Which is interesting to hear about. I'm fine with how they are now. I don't really think they need that big of a change. They're annoying, but only in like a slight sense. The main reason why I hate them is because the Railway 1 war like trauma, right? Because back in Railway 1 it was certainly something else. Getting through the Snake Inquisitor fight. It just took forever, right? That's most of Railway 1. Railway 1 had just a couple awful really long fights. Railway 2 had a couple of annoying kind of long fights, but not too bad. But the issue is you had to fight that thing like 5 times. And honestly, the Fox was the worst thing in the Railway. I still stand by that. I don't think that's a fairly common opinion, honestly. I feel like I've heard it before. I don't know. Rodion skill change, interesting. I kind of just want White Gossip BM, I think. Oh, we can get the Fusion Gift, let's go. Alright, sell some stuff that we don't particularly need. I'm selling Fragment here. For the money. Let's roll again. No, let's grab this and let's roll one more time. For good luck, right? Okay. I kind of want to roll again. I know, I've got a gambling addiction. I've heard it all. I've heard them all say it at this point. It's not news to me whatsoever. One more bleed reroll though, just for fun. Not what I wanted. Okay, that's fine then. I can live with my actions, I suppose. Rathab's res is funny. You're pointless at this point. We don't need healing. Oh, we'll keep it charged up. I don't really need the sinking. Let's roll with this, shall we? Okay, lucky. I'll take it. And then Bleed Fusion. We take this. We take this. We get Bloody Mist, which we physically can't use because we don't have a single Bleed ID on this entire team. Isn't that beautiful? If that isn't beautiful, I don't know what is. If that is beautiful, I don't know what is, actually. If that's beautiful, then, like, this beauty's weird. Oh, cool. Sure. We've just got a lot of random garbage. Okay. You are going to be a pushover. Just being, like, completely honest. Don't really have much else to say on that front. We'll stack some bleed on you. That's what I'll say. We get the 3 coin expend knowledge immediately. Love to see it. That means you're already at a lot of bleed. And we're not bleeding either of the minions here, we're just clashing them with like normalish skill 3s just to do some damage. Simply because we're gonna just go for the main guy first, which I think is logical enough. But now you're gonna take some bleed damage, we're gonna get some more bleed stacking onto you, and we should potentially do enough damage to get your Desirous. What is it, 30% HP is damage to become Desirous? I don't know if we're quite to that level yet. We are, cool. And we did that for all of them, yeah. I think they're all just roughly at 30%, so that's nice. Okay, try that. Once again, just really trying to kill Clippity Cloppity here for the sake of the bit. The bit, of course, being stacking bleed on enemy and then killing them. It's not a very complicated bit. It's kind of what you'd expect from a bleed team, honestly. But either way, you do die here, so, I mean, that's good enough for me. And we might get hit a little bit by the minions, but that's fine. Halberd combo gets the stagger, so you don't get to hit us. And we're going for, like, what, 2 neutrals here, was it? So I think it's purely a 50-50 win or we win a clash. This thing rolls tails, we win. Oh no, you've been staggered. Never mind then. We don't have White Gauss PM, so I think we're just gonna get to kill you the old-fashioned way. Old-fashioned Limbus Company still kills their abnormalities the old-fashioned. I think I messed that joke up entirely. It's not even a funny joke whatsoever, but I messed it up, so I must repent or something. I don't know, there we go. That's the power of bleed. It's the power of wound clerid, you know, wound clerid, my beloved. It's beloved for a reason, that's because it's just a really good E.G.O gift. You did the most, yeah, checks out. You also were first slotted, so yeah, checks out. I'll take my levels. I did a little bit of mirror dungeon grinding earlier today. That's why I had a little bit higher level than last time. I also did max out the compendium now, so now I've got all the stuff for the event, which is good to see. Whoops, wrong button. Pull the lever. Give me my boxes. Pass level 988. So this week we are going to reach 1,000, so that's pretty cool to think about. 1847 boxes, pretty cool. And let's do our daily pulls. As per usual. See what we get. Okay, base Rhodion. 3 shard kind of day. Oh! 2-star. We getting a 21 shard kind of day, or maybe getting something a little more fancy? Got a Yi-Song dupe, that's... Okay, 21 shard kind of day, that's nice. Yi-Song shards are cool, I guess. I don't have too many of them, so yeah. Pretty nice. But yeah, I guess I was just thinking about DHE Honglu once again, because of yesterday's run. And that might have been the origin for this bit as well. No, let's go talk about Wound Clerid. I don't know, Wound Clerid's good. Funny teams where you use a status effect without actually using the status effect, which is a bad way to describe it, but you know what it means. It's always a winning stratagem. But anyways, that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!